Oh, wonderful. Uh, what I would like to bring to your notice through this video is, I want to take you to your childhood, first thing. Second one is to your village life. Third one is our present day generation children are not having this advantage of playing all these games or having knowledge of these items. Actually, the whole video tells you about what is folklore in brief. It gives a glimpse of what is folklore. Actually, we are in so many things. Our folk medicinal practices, you just look at it, lot of information are available there. Your coloring concept you take, lot of things are there. Nowadays, these percussion musical instruments, drum, nagari, so many other things, kamate, dappu, etc. They're all prepared by fiber items. But earlier, they used to be prepared by skin of particular sheep or so many other animals. See, how they are going to be prepared, that knowledge is actually almost lost from the present generation people. Similarly, our belief systems also changed over the years. What strong belief our people had, the same strength might not be available in the present generation people. Now we are having gurus like so many Dev Manvas are available, but just I want to put another just a minute. లేదు ఆయనకి ఏదో కనిపించలా అన్నాడు అందుకే. Hello, can I audible?
Sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you see this PPT?
No, sir.
PPT is seen? Folklore is an academic discipline. Hello?
No, sir, no.
This is not seen?
No, sir.
Okay. Again, okay, I will come back. Just a minute. I will take that window. Yes. Now, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Folklore is an academic discipline. Most of the villages of India are agrarian based, and communities living in such villages practice traditional occupations. The artistic ability of humans make them to expertise in various skills. The fairs, festivals, and various forms of art and craft products serve as platform for expression of talents of individuals as well communities. Generally, people think that artistic expression of talents of common people such as folk performing arts, say singing folk songs, narrating folk tales, or performing folk dances are called as folklore. Folklore does not mean only dances, songs, and happy expressions seen in fairs and festivals. Folklore is nothing but the totality of knowledge system and their expressions of folk communities. This is, I would like to tell you. But at the same time, yesterday I was showing these two pictures. Where the person is living, it will be a very bad shaped hut. But where they keep their deity, they maintain all sorts of cleanliness, and also it will be very neat. Because we are actually giving lot of importance to our religious thoughts and our customary practices, religious things. So now in the beginning itself, I would like to bring to your attention about the definition of folklore. Folklore is one particular word which is established in the year 1846. W.J. Thoms, he actually coined this word. It's an Anglo-Saxon word. Folk means a group of people with at least one common characteristic, whereas lore means knowledge. With this only, I want to give you the first example of how you should search for your data. If the question is this, see, tell me about folklore. You want to know about folklore. So your answer is, okay, it is coined by W.J. Thoms. What is the guarantee for it? Where is the evidence? It is created in the year 1846. Okay, you have any evidential document for it? The question actually comes suddenly with this only. And what meaning the person who created that particular word, who is having at that time in his mind? So we have to search for it. What is this word? Folklore. Okay, its meaning is folk means group of people having one common characteristic, and lore means their knowledge. Where it is recorded? Okay, it is recorded in one particular journal which was published in the year 1846. What is that journal? So that journal is The Athenaeum. From where it is published? Okay, it is from Britain. So whether the copy is available today, at least photo is available. Okay, if you are the real researchers, you have to go for this. See, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
This is actually the front page of the journal The Athenaeum. It is published in 1846. In that, one by name Ambrose Merton, he wrote a letter to use the word folklore in place of popular antiquities. Popular antiquities means the religious practices, the old practices, old songs, old rituals, which were actually published in that particular journal with the expert's opinion, analysis or whatever. So that's actually, and this fellow, Ambrose Merton, he saw those things, and he did not feel that popular antiquities is the correct word to depict all the meaning of that particular items coming in that particular column. So he suggested, coined a new word, because Oaks was already created by Herder. Oaks in German, it is folk in English, means a group of people. So he took that word and joined lore. Lore also means literature. Many people thought that lore means literature, because folklore means folk literature. No, folklore means it is the knowledge of the common people. So he created it. But the fun is, Ambrose Merton is not the real name of that person. The person who created the word folklore, he was doubting about his confidence was not there actually to that extent to introduce that word, because he expected opposition from other scholars. So he used a pseudonym as Ambrose Merton. He wrote it. But his real name is W.J. Thoms. Who is that? Whether it is possible to get his photo? Yes, his photo is there. Whether it is possible to get the total script what he has written? Yes, it is available. See, this is the type of library work you are expected to do. So folklore is a knowledge system. evolved by the experience of senior generation, transmitted through oral tradition, including oral literature, to the next generation. This folklore actually carries it. Earlier, it was felt that folklore is nothing but the literature created by the hard-working illiterates, to express their suppressed feelings. For example, the laborers in the agricultural field or in different mines, those physically work hard to change their monotony, to break their monotony. They used to sing songs, etc., etc. That was the thinking. But later, the definitions are changed. Now today, we are having the definition of two different people. One is Alan Dundes, another one is Don Ben Amos. Alan Dundes tells that folk means group of people, lore means knowledge, whereas Don Ben Amos tells folklore is the effective communication among the small groups of communities. So, folklore is a sort of a discourse. Folklore is a sort of a knowledge transformation. Folklore is something like exchange of ideas from one person to another person, etc. So many things are actually involved in it. Therefore, when you are analyzing such information from the community, you should be very careful what information you are actually going to get. So now, it is your responsibility to go for field work. I will take you around actually. Now to the field. We are entering into a village. We are seeing that this decoration is being gone. Suddenly the question raised. Yesterday I raised this question actually. What performance is going to be happening here? Stage preparation is going on. So you will get almost 7-8 questions. How this performance will be? That's one. Where, when, who, why, which, for whom, whose, etc., etc. 7 W's, W to the power of 7 plus H. So much of questions will rise. Try to find the answer for all such questions. That will be your fieldwork. Actually, this stage is being prepared for this string puppet show. So puppet show will be conducted there. So then so many questions will start. If you want to do the research work, okay, puppet show is being done. You can think of going there exactly at the time of commencement. You are not the chief guest. Therefore, nobody will inform you at what time you are going to be started there. Your job is not to perform there. You have to understand. Therefore, you should reach the place well in advance. You should meet the people well in advance. You should identify the people whom you have to interview. Why that person is important, that also you should be able to tell you. See, if you get some oral literature, structural analysis of oral literature is very essential. Psychoanalytic analysis of human behavior is also very important as an individual as well community behavior that you have to see. Because community's behavior about anything is very important. I told you Syriana's story in the beginning. The story is important for structural analysis. For literature people, how that story is created, etc., etc., how the climax is there, whether climax is very beautiful or not, whether there may be a chances of giving a different type of climax, etc., etc., those things you can think. But I am worrying about the psychological understanding of the community. The people accept Syriana as a hero because the story is embedded with the cultural values the community believed, the community practiced, community wanted to train their youngsters with certain framework. So those things are very important. And cultural evolution always you have to think. If you are looking at a particular modern art form, that modern art form will not exist or will not come into presence on a single day. It's having a long history. It will have so many shapes. So many good painters or some artists might have worked upon it. So these things we have to see into consideration. Contextual understanding of folk performance is very important. Then our background, nation, national background, etc. Those things are also very important. Yesterday, I was showing half of this picture actually. Bhima and Duryodhana were standing together. Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay. Okay, Bhima and Duryodhana are here. Yesterday I was referring to this photo. Actually, that photo was cropped yesterday. Only Bhima Duryodhana was seen. I asked you what type of stage is required for them. Just now you see this picture. There is a big open field. There is a big mound of mud. That mound is having a shape actually. Kurukshetra is in the form of a human being. The legs are seen, the face is there, the fighting is happening on their chest. On the chest of the Kurukshetra, the Bhima and Duryodhana, they are fighting with each other. And where the audience are sitting? All around they are sitting. I will try to show this video. If you are lucky, you will get it. Better I go in a different way and okay. Okay, I will show this video 1 minute. You just see that video. Can you see it? Somebody please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we could. It's
Okay.
visible.
A fair is going on there. So many people are there. This Bhima, Duryodhana, Krishna, all Pandavas, Draupadi, they are all actually coming to the field. Police are there. This is the Kurukshetra. In any village, government officials and sarpants, etc., they will be honored in such programs. This is the crowd. Yes. Now my first question will be there. You are taken to the field for field work. Okay? You have to collect the data. Whom you want to question among these people? How many people you want to interview? Is it possible to interview everyone who is participating there? Are you a good observer? Because what is observation, I already told you. Just imagine how many people you can identify for your interview purpose. See, this is actually the pre-preparatory work before going to any field work. Because in the field, you cannot think of collecting all the information what is available there. You have to have a pakka plan before going to the field. There will be priests, there will be performers, there will be strong devotees, there will be graded devotees. Some tourists will be there just for enjoyment. Some people might have come there. There will be people marketing. There will be people who are actually selling small petty items. Children will be there, women will be there. Patrons will be there. Organizers of this jatra will be there. You have to take samples from each one. That is your first duty. You have to identify them. See, these are some of the important people. So, fill station and other things will be there. You have to give little importance to these things, because this is not the main performance and people are not actually bothering about these things. Their botheration is about the preparation of this Kurukshetra. Where is the role player? The character is coming. Today the performance is Gadayuddha. Gadayuddha means between Duryodhana and Bhima. Club is there. Draupadi is there. What is the minimum requirement? If Bhima and Duryodhana are there, if Bhima and Duryodhana are there, see, they started performing now. See, the Pandavas are also spectators. They are also sitting in front of, in between these audience. Observing this, yes, I think you have observed this particular video to some extent. I was telling you about Bhima, Duryodhana and Gadayuddha. In the video, you find any absurdness, any odd thing? Okay, if it is a direct interaction between you, I could have made you to think more. Now I will reveal that. See that Bhima and Duryodhana both should have hold one gada in their hand, a club. But you have seen a sword is in the hand of one particular character. Even that character was not worried about it. Thousands of people sitting around them, they are also not worried. Because what happened? It was the same day, the same troop was asked to perform at 4 different places. They had limited number of clubs with them. Therefore, instead of using club, they used sword. The community people did not bother about it, whether it is sword or club. Because for them, the theme is more important. The performance is more important for appeasing the deities. And it's a different type of enjoyment for the village people. Therefore, so why I am giving you this example is, here 3-4 different things are there in this particular video. One is the stage. Normally what you have seen for performances, that type of stage is not here. Second one is the community people involved directly in this. And every year this performance will be done. Every person who actually witnesses this program, he also knows the dialogue. Sometimes the people who are sitting in front, they may tell the dialogue before the person tells it. So such things are also there. So in the village, you are expected to get the information in such context and how careful you should be. What sort of preparations is needed for this? So you should have a very clear picture. Actually, in Andhra Pradesh, there is one place, Gattumallanna, Devaragudda. There actually 2 villages are there. One is Neraniki, another one is Yellarthi. There actually Shiva is available in the Martanda Bhairava forum. It was the final day Jatra during Vijayadashmi. There actually procession of the deity will come to a particular place. Who pours the akshate, that is colored rice, over that deity, that village people will get the right for next 1 year's puja and control over the kanike, money, etc., the administration of the temple. Therefore, every year in that fair, fighting will be there with the clubs. Minimum 70 to 80 people every year will join to the hospital. And our Telugu University camera was taken once and the camera was broken, maybe of some 80,000 rupees camera. It was broken in that fight. Why I am telling you this is, going to field work is not a jolly trip. Going to field work is actually an academic learning activity. It gives you a lot of information than what you are getting in the classroom. When you go to the field, suddenly unexpected situations will come into your mind. You might be aware of all this Mahabharata. You will be happy thinking that today this episode is going to be happened, and if that Duryodhana comes with a sword, you will get confused what performance is going on. If you are not knowing the language of those people, if you are alien to that particular language, then you may ask what episode is going on here, whether it is Mahabharata or something else. Certainly that question will come into your mind. So you should have local people to inform you properly. You should have the people to interact. But you cannot ask that Bhima role player. You cannot ask Duryodhana at that time, why you are holding this sword, because you will not be allowed to go near to them. There will be such psychical control over the performance. You should document all those things without disturbing the performers. It's very important. Without disturbing those performers, you have to see what are the qualities of a good field worker. He should have good ability to communicate with the local people. At least he should know the local language, or he should be able to use a Dubashi to interact with the local people. He should be a good observer. He should be able to recollect his knowledge and the knowledge which is actually seen in front of you. He should be able to correlate, connect those things. Dots will be there. Connecting the dots is very important. Repeatedly I am telling this. So these are actually the qualities of a field worker. Then it is in a village, it is outside the village actually. You cannot get your electricity there. If your camera loses electricity, as happened in my case yesterday, okay, of course, I am having one power pack, I can use it. If you go to the village, certainly you have to take at least 2-3 of this type. Otherwise, if battery loss, electricity loss, you cannot go again. Or in some fairs, the incidents will happen once in 3 years, once in 5 years sometimes. Your Ph.D. time is only 3 years or 4 years. So you cannot wait for the incident to happen again. Therefore, you have to collect all those things. So this is one particular item I would like to bring to your notice. So pre-field work activity is very, very important for you. Then I will come to another important point now. I think you can see this. So I told you, can you see this slide? Hello?
Yes, sir. See.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I told you have to define the area of interest, selection of topic, review of literature, hypothesis, geographical distribution. When you're thinking of your research, you should think in two different ways. One is the conceptually in what area you are working. For example, in your art field, modern art, Ganjifa, Orle, or oil painting. So, in which area you want to work, or modern art, or ancient art, or art available in temples, wall, rock paintings, caves paintings, etc., like that. So, you have to identify one particular area. At the same time, you have to identify the geographical distribution also. Are you able to work in Karnataka, in Orissa? Akshara Brahma is there. Akshara Brahma is a separate type of particular painting actually available in Orissa. Orissa and Madhya Pradesh. There. So, what is this? When we heard about something a new item, we will get confused. So, we have to identify the geographical region where we are doing field work, and we should be able to understand what type of theoretical perspective we will have, from which discipline we are actually working about it. Then only we can do the data collection, then we can think of field work, then what is folk culture. That also you should be able to see that. See where the informations are available. You see this paper sheet. They are illiterates, but the people collected the literate items and saved them. They kept it very safe. You just see uh, you just see this. Hello, will you able to see this? Will you
No,
able
sir,
to
the
see
video is
this?
not visible.
No, sir. No, no, not
Okay.
visible.
Okay, I will go in a different way and I will come back to you. Okay, just a minute. Sorry, I think there will be a lot of disturbances to you. Can you see this? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Data is available on the bell. On the bell, some information is written. In which century, by which king, this particular item is given to this community for the purpose of recording the genealogy of the people of the communities, because this is a depending caste by name Helavas. See, it is their temple actually. How beautifully it is constructed. You are expected to collect the folk songs, myths, narrative items, tales, etc. But you should be very careful while understanding those things. Why they are singing about this, what information they are giving through this, etc. See the length of the paper. Yes. Just I have shown these videos to tell you the data is available in the community in different forms. It may be in the written form, it may be in the oral form, or it may be in the practicing form. So, if you look at the practices, you have to make a video of those things. You have to come back to your lab or your office. You have to repeatedly see that. If it is a song, you have to collect it in tape recorder or in voice recorder. You have to come back. You have to transcribe those things. Then you have to identify. While transcribing, you will get lot of problems because the words spelled by those people may not be understandable to you because your language is sophisticated one. Whereas they use village level rural type of language. So you have to make a lot of exercises actually. Lot of patience is required to do the fieldwork, but certainly it's a very good experience also. So you will bring back all these items. There will be 3 portions in the fieldwork. One is pre-fieldwork activity, another one is observation during the fieldwork. Third one is actually post-fieldwork activities. Cataloging is very important. Classification of data is very important. Classification of materials, because sometimes you may collect some materials also from the field. See, verbal lore also you will bring, material culture also you will bring. Bullock cart is having a lot of importance in village life. Understanding about bullock cart actually is the study about material culture. Whereas a proverb, a riddle used by the village people during their conversation, it is also important. If you collect them, analyzing them is also equally important. So this is also a data, that's also a data. So therefore, your study actually concentrates on all these items. So if you are doing sociological research, caste hierarchy, social action, bad elements affecting the society, then bringing a psychological change in the community people, etc., etc. Because Devdasi system is there as a social level, or nude worshipping system is there to some women deities. So in such cases, as a sociological student, if you want to bring a change for them, then your study actually needs to collect the information about the community, which is actually giving such sort of services. Your research should concentrate on which particular administrative group or upper caste group it is actually promoting such bad deeds. That also you have to concentrate, because after making such a study only you can recommend the government to take certain severe actions on such things. Without such study, it is not possible to conclude anything in your research. Similarly, if you are conducting an economic study, there also you are having lot of things, because marketing influences you have to see. What sort of influences are there regarding demand, regarding supply, what sort of problems are there, those things you have to analyze. So like that, in which area you are actually working on, that point you have to see. See, for that purpose, since you are working on art field, what are the things you have to concentrate? See, whatever it is, if you are concentrating on folk culture to get the themes, try to get the correct concepts from the field. Because when you look at something, immediately you will come to a sort of conclusion. That conclusion many times may be wrong also. I will show you one particular concept. A couple of, actually a set of 4 photos I will show, and what inference you are actually going to get with these, that you try to understand. I will show the next. Is it visible? Hello?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir, it's visible.
Ah,
Sir,
Yes, sir, it is visible.
here, a very young boy is actually dancing. This is belong to
the video is
Kamsale.
not visual.
This is from Mysore region of Karnataka. Malay Madheshwara cult is actually supporting this art form.
The slide is there. Slides are there. Pictures
Huh?
are not visible. Only slide is there.
Ah, yes, I stopped it, not the video. Only I stopped purposefully. Only slide is there. Okay. One boy is holding the symbols in his hand and is trying to dance. Can you see the dance now?
No, sir.
Not visible, sir.
Huh?
Not visible.
You are not
Visible the video.
okay. Here, a small boy of 8 to 10 years old is dancing in the name of deity. Just by looking at it, we can say this Kamsale dance is very powerful. It is having good future because the young boy is dancing. That means he learned this at the age of 8 or 10 years. So up to the age of 50 or 60, he will continue this tradition. So another 3-4 decades, this tradition will be there. Like that, we can come to a conclusion. But the real factor I tell you, this boy is dancing. Can you see this?
No, sir.
See, now this boy is dancing. Next to him, a red towel is spread actually. A red towel is spread. Why? Because when this boy is dancing in the fair, the people has to put coins. So he is collecting the coins. For collecting the coins, for begging purpose, he is dancing. This is another conclusion we can read. First, since young boy is dancing, another 30-40 years, this tradition will continue. But now we are seeing this young boy is actually begging. So it's a very bad thing. We should avoid begging. Therefore, we have to bring a stop to this particular performance. Now I will go to the last slide. Can you observe this?
Sir, it is not to Zoom, sir.
Not visible. Okay, I will explain what is there. This small boy is dancing there. He spread a towel there. People started putting coins and notes, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 1 rupee, etc. on that. But at that time, the villagers, they were sitting around, they came, touched the foot of that boy, Namaskaram. They saluted him with great devotion and see how many things are actually mixed in this particular item. You are a field worker, you are a researcher, you are going there. In which angle you have to understand this particular item? As a socio-economical issue, you have to work on begging. In the name of the God, these people are begging. But if you consider them beggars, villagers are telling that they are not beggars. They are also telling we are doing the service to the deity. Unless I do this type of service, unless I beg at least one day in the week, my family will be troubled by the deity. Therefore, I am doing this. We will tell. There will be a religious factor. There will be a belief system. There will be community support. There will be community's understanding. The community's understanding may not be acceptable by you because you are an alien. As an insider, your thinking may be different. As an outsider, your thinking will be entirely different. So, insider's opinion and outsider's opinions will be different. But you have to see in between all these things. So, when you are going for the field work, better you be with open-mindedness. There will be two types of informations. One is called primary information. Another one is called secondary information. Before going to the field, mostly your luggage will be filled with secondary information. If you are going to Vaishno Devi temple, already so much of literature is given about Vaishno Devi. If you are going to Khajuraho Arts Center, so already so many books are there. You are having some prejudiced ideology also. After a great war, so many people died. Because of that, some temples are built, etc., etc. Different types of myths are actually connected to such temples. See, these informations are secondary informations. Vaishno Devi, establishment, routes, everything will be given as tourist guide. So, okay, that's also there. But your personal experience going to that particular place, seeing the performance, documenting the informations, these are different. As a researcher, whenever you go to field, if you do video recording, please keep a raw video rather than edited video. Don't use edited video. Try to go to the temple before the commencement of the fair. If you go well in advance, it will be good to you because you can have a clear-cut understanding of the space. The space is also very important. During the fair, the same space will be filled with, the mono acting, the mono acting or multiple acting by a single person, multiple roles. In your school time, you are standing on the stage, you will inform, यहाँ खड़ा है मैं दुर्योधन, यहाँ मैं भीम. So, in both the places, the same person actually showing different role, delivering different type of dialogues. And for delivering different type of dialogues, he will change his tune, voice, strength also. So, if I stand here, I am Raja, king. If I stand here, I am a servant. So, how Raja speaks, his voice will be different. When servant speaks, his voice will be different. So, like that, if you go to the field, you should be able what exactly it is and what exactly it is during the performance. your village person, some Hanumanta Singh or somebody, when he jumps into the stage with the costumes, performing the role of Ayodhya king, he will be Dasharatha. His name is Hanumanta Singh. But on the stage, nobody calls him Hanumanta Singh. When he comes on the dais, when he starts delivering, people accepted that he is Dasharatha speaking. Okay, Dasharatha and Hanuman are not same. They belong to same epic. But entirely they are in different contexts. Their identity is established. So, such micro things you have to give attention in the beginning when you are in the field. So, I would like to conclude or summarize some of the points. See, when you decide to do research, you think about whether you are an armchair researcher or you are a field researcher. If you are a field researcher, you have to go to the field in the sense which type of field. Theoretically, you can fix some field. Geographically, you can fix some field. The same Ramayana story is told in Ayodhya, told in Uttar Pradesh, told in your Kanpur, told in our Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh, told in Sri Lanka, told in Malaysia, in Bali, etc. Maybe in the same forum, leather puppetry. In all these places, leather puppetry is available. But the concepts are slightly changing in each place. But nowhere Ravana kills Rama. Whatever the kilometers the story travels, some of the concepts remains same. So you have to identify the constants, the variables before you entering into the field. Then you have to identify your geographical region. Then you have to understand how to reach there. How many days of field work is required? Proper planning is necessary. What are the items you have to carry from your place to that place? That is also important. Make a checklist. Because if you miss any of those items, at the nth hour, you will not be able to get any of them. If a battery is missing, you cannot get a battery. If video offs, then you cannot repair it. Or if your camera is not functioning, you cannot find an alternative camera. Nowadays, it's fine. Because we are having mobile, and mobile is actually everything for us. It is not giving food. It gives a call to the food. Otherwise, everything is available here. So, video recording, how many hours of video you want to do. So, you have to make a proper plan. Otherwise, what happens? Everything you will document. But at a very important time, your video may not operate. Camera may not operate. So, such proper planning is required. Your timings, schedule is very important. If you are a little lazy, if you miss the first bus, consequently you will miss all the buses, and by the time of vote of thanks, you may reach that place to inaugurate the program. So, there also you should be careful. Then, it is possible if you take few more people in the same field. You don't feel. If some other person comes with you, he may steal your ideas. His thesis may become more richer than yours. Need not worry. Because the same set of data can be analyzed in different ways. It is up to you, up to your capacity, up to your knowledge, up to your understanding. So you can develop those things. So before entering into the field, you have to make a good preparation. Then in the field, you should be very careful. One performance is happening in place X doesn't mean that is the only place the related functions are happening. When something is happening in X, see in a marriage, if some ritual is happening in a bride's house, at the same time, in a bridegroom's house also, there will be some sort of preparatory rituals. So if Nandi is kept here, there also Nandi will be there. Therefore, you have to distribute your people to grasp the information from different areas. So this is another important item. Then now and then, there itself, you try to make notes. Field notes is very, very, very important. Otherwise, you cannot get the address of the particular person. 1,000 people will be there, and if you interview with somebody, while writing the research report, you may have his name, but from which place, what is his age, what is his occupation, etc., etc., etc. The background information will not be available there. So, such minute details you have to make notes. So many small things are there. Tomorrow, I would like to continue this discussion. Now, I think I already took 7 minutes. Yes, sir. Since I started 7 minutes late, I am authorized. Okay. So if you have any queries, you can raise the questions. Let us try to find the answer together. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Can
lot,
we
sir.
conclude for today?